5. 5 of these update videos. This is the 5th one. I made a 5th one. Hello, my name is Francesco Di Francesco, and thank you for joining me on this 5th episode update of the Steel Dossiers. Where shall I begin? If you noticed, when I made the 4th one, the 4th update video I made like a couple of weeks ago, and I hadn't made the 5th one for good reason. I've been busy working on other things that are not Steel Dossier related, so I had to take a little break from it. But since the last time I spoke or made a video, I said I finished writing the Deep Devlin story, and then I was halfway. I finished writing the first part of the Deep Devlin story, and I'm halfway through the Dorian Gray one, which is not Dorian Gray, it's Reginald Gray. Since then, I have completed the Dorian Gray, Reginald Gray. I'm going to call it just Dorian Gray because that's what everybody knows it as. I'll just keep it as Dorian Gray. In my show, in my episode of the Steel Dossiers, it's not Dorian Gray, but it's Reginald Gray. I don't want to say yet why his name is Reginald Gray, but in the episode, we'll say why. So I wrote that all out in my draft book, which I don't have with me because I didn't bring, because I'm here. I'm not at home. So I have the Deep Devlin part 1 is done, Dorian Gray's done, and then the script that I never thought that I would get completed anytime soon, the script that I wanted to write first and get it over with, was the Boogeyman script. And I can say that I've completed it. I completed the first draft of it. I'm quite proud because that was one of the scripts where I kept wanting to write for it, but then didn't, because it was some sort of writer's block per se, let's say that. It's just like no good ideas came for that one at that moment. Like I had to I know the location I want to film at. I know the characters I want to have in it, but I couldn't complete the story. That's the only thing that was missing, the story. And then I went, okay, let's figure this out. No, I didn't like that. Let's do this. I didn't like that. Then I started writing all the other scripts that I needed to write. And then eventually the Boogeyman finally came along. What was interesting was, I think I mentioned this in the last update video. What was interesting was, throughout the time I've been writing the other scripts, there's been like little pieces here and there, and I went, you know what, this will be good for the Boogeyman. This will be good for the Boogeyman. So what I did was I made, to help promote these videos, I made a little poster out of a photo I made of that I took, called, I'm hearing someone there, that's why, that I took, when I was filming the first season, which was last year. And, I just typed it up and I did a little kind of write-up to it. And it was a very interesting write-up. I explained this in the previous one, and then I went, hey, this would be good for the Boogeyman. So I took that little write-up for that, and I put it in the Boogeyman script. Anyways, that's fine. So that's where I'm at. So I'm writing season 2 and I'm writing season 3. Each season's going to be 6 episodes. So far, I had 10 ideas. The Deep Devlin one, I want to make a 2-part. I'm still in that, like, do I write the second part of it knowing that it's going to be season 4, episode 1? And then I can film it all, like I said earlier, with all of that stuff? Or do I continue and press on just to complete the seasons? So I don't have an idea for if you combine season 2 and season 3 into one, that's 12 episodes. I only had 10 ideas, so I was missing 2. So there was a whole bunch of ideas of what do I do, what I have, all that kind of stuff. And there was things that were coming at me and it's like, oh, I don't like that. Or I want to do that, but I can't. But then eventually what keeps coming back to me of, like, I should explore and do is the idea of a cult. Like, have one episode be about a cult. I don't know what this cult's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be based on a real cult or on a fake cult. But yeah. So I'm just waiting for to get more inspiration. I am looking into cults. So because I work in an escape game. When I first started, the escape game is the escape game I was in was based on the cult. So like I can grab inspiration from there. I can grab inspiration from movies. I can grab inspiration from anywhere to get this cult. But I just need to figure out a storyline. I figured it would be filmed in the woods, so that's easily attainable. The costumes, I have 3 robes, I think. So I can have 3 cult members but yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards a cult for one of the 2 episodes. And then the other episode I have no idea yet. But that will come in due time. And with the Deep Dublin being part 2 of season 4, as I mentioned in the previous update, there is an idea with Reginald Gray to come back in another episode, but with other characters, which I'm not gonna say, but it will be Universal. Only I'll get that reference. Yeah. So yeah, I've been a little busy to completely focus on finishing up the Steel dossiers. As well, the other things I've been working on, for instance, I'm working on a podcast. Now, I haven't released any episodes yet for this podcast. I'm still working on it. I figured I want to do 3 podcasts before I start releasing them, or maybe 5. But the podcasts will look at like movie theories. For instance, that Willy Wonka was a murderer, a serial killer. Stuff like that, or looking at, because I'm into mythology, looking at the movies and how it relates to a mythology. For instance, The Day the Earth Stood Still and the story of Valiant Thor. You know, the podcast won't be for everyone, which is fine. Oh, speaking of everyone, I'll just like to say, here on Rumble, I got a 9th subscriber. So thank you very much to whoever subscribed. I love my 9 subscribers. If it grows, hey, I love that. If it doesn't, I still love it. So thank you to the 9th subscriber. If you're watching this, thank you very much. Sorry it came a little late in the video here, about the 7-minute mark or whatever it is. But yeah, and then another thing I was working on is, so I started doing these little improv, because there's breaks in between games. So I started doing just a little improv story character build, and I came up with this character. So I think there might be more with that character. You can see the I posted the videos. The videos are here on Rumble. They're with Enzo No Cigar Marcelli, and yeah, there's a couple ideas I have with him. People have said, why don't you do a TikTok? And I don't like TikTok. TikTok can go screw itself. But having an Instagram account where it's just Enzo No Cigar Marcelli, that has crossed my mind. And another, like, maybe a mockumentary on Enzo No Cigar Marcelli. But we'll see when we get there. This is a short one, because I haven't done. Oh, there's other things that I've done, but I'm not allowed to say yet. I'm not allowed to say. All I can say, all I can say is one of them. Well, all I can say of what I can say of the one of them is one of them started a Instagram account. I believe it's under their production. But if you ever see me post something about Good Kids, then you're updated on that front. So with that said, thank you for joining me at my desk, my suit of armor here. That's actually mine. I wore it back in the 1600s. So, yeah. All right, you guys have a good one. Thank you.